All rise. Support court with Judge Vanderby is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1047. Alma case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Ms. Alma, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, we are currently divorced and he's paying me child support. And lately he's been doing a lot of extra, he's a bartender, and he's been doing a lot of extra parties for professional sports figures and making a lot more money than what he previously admitted to when we first got our divorce. He's making like around an extra $5,000 a month in tips from his bartending gigs. And I just feel like with 3 kids, we need to increase the child support. And he's not agreeing with me on that.
Well, if what you're saying is true, I would agree with you too. We need to increase that child support amount. And you said how many children?
3.
3 children.
$500 a month for 3 kids? That barely covers groceries, rent, school supplies, or medical bills. But here's the bombshell. He's allegedly raking in an extra $5,000 a month in tips from private parties. If that's true, child support laws could force him to pay a lot more. The big question, will he own up to it or try to talk his way out? Should extra income like this count toward child support? Drop your thoughts in the comments. XT voice, next voice. And there it is, the moment of truth. The judge asks if he's making extra money, and after a brief hesitation, he finally admits it. Yes, he bartends for celebrities and makes serious cash. But here's the kicker, he still believes $500 a month is enough. That's when the judge starts tearing apart his excuses one by one. And trust me, this isn't going to end well for him. What do you think? Should he be paying more?
Okay. You said about $5,000 a month. And I have documents up here from your most recent court order. $500 a month?
Yes.
For 3 children?
For 3 children. Okay.
Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to him?
No, I just think that he's denying the fact that he's making this additional money every month, and I think it's obvious everything he puts onto the media, buying drinks for people and buying shots, and he's at these high-profile parties, and I just think that he needs to do what's right for our kids, and it's hard to take care of that many kids on $500 a month.
Right. Yeah, I would definitely agree. What about health insurance for these children?
They're on Medicaid.
Okay, all right.
The classic saving for a rainy day excuse. This man rakes in thousands in tips, but refuses to spend more on his own kids. Let's be real, raising children isn't a savings plan, it's a daily responsibility. Meanwhile, their mom is covering all the expenses alone. The judge isn't buying it, and neither should we. If you were in the judge's seat, what would you say?
Is there a reason, you're not supporting your children more? And first off, is what she's saying true?
Well,
yeah, what does that mean?
Sort of, yes, I do bartend for some celebrities sometimes.
So the answer is yes, that what she said is true, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And but I mean, they have done good so far. I thought $500 would be good. I mean, they have been doing great. I mean,
you think $500 is enough to raise children, and you're making an additional $5,000 a month?
Well,
is that what you're saying?
Yes, I bring them clothes, from time to time. That helps them,
That's called parenting.
Backpacks.
Parenting.
Laptops.
Parenting.
Yes, Your Honor. And I mean, honestly, being a bartender, my income is not fixed, so I'm always saving for a rainy day. That's why I don't want to part with a lot of my money, my savings. I want to keep some of that money for the future and
your children's future.
And there it is, the ultimate reality check. Taking your kids for one weekend doesn't make you a great parent. It's the bare minimum. Buying them backpacks? That's not a luxury, it's a necessity. The judge is laying down the truth, and you can feel the heat. Parenting isn't about occasional gifts. It's about consistent financial and emotional. Support. What do you think? Should courts enforce stricter rules on parents who try to lowball child support?
Well, yes, yeah, that too.
Right. So that means you shouldn't have a problem paying the additional amount based on your income.
Well, what if I lose my job, Your Honor?
What if I lose mine?
For me. Well, true, but I mean.
Yeah, I've got 3 kids.
Well, we
Works
got
both
3
ways.
kids. I mean, we got them.
Well, it
together,
feels like
right?
I have 3 kids.
Well,
Since you're not
I do
really doing
visit
it
them
apart.
from time to time. You know, I was there last month. I took them for the entire weekend, and
Oh, you took them for one weekend. You took your children for one long weekend
yes, ma'am.
parenting.
Yes, I mean,
Right.
my
You're
job,
not going to get a medal for that. That's what you should do as a parent. You should take your children for long weekends. You should buy them backpacks. You should buy them laptops. You should buy their clothes. That's what a parent does. And that's not even a good parent. That's basic parenting. Good parenting goes above and beyond those things that I just said. You haven't said anything about going above and beyond. And based on what she's saying, these children are with her most of the time. Do you think about how her expenses increase with your children always being with her? $500? That's probably enough to cover groceries, if that.
That one had to hurt the judge. Just called out his excuses for what they are, justifications for not stepping up. Notice how he's fine, working extra hours for celebrity parties, but too tired to parent. That's the type of logic that doesn't fly in court, and the judge is making it clear this man is responsible for 3 kids, and that responsibility doesn't take weekends off.
well, that might be true, but you have to consider this. I work almost every day, and
I do too.
I don't get a break, and you know, parenting the kids, that takes a lot of effort, and sometimes I don't feel like I'm up for it. You know, I'm tired, and so and I have already taken a lot of time off. You know, for those parties, for the celebrity parties, I have to work extra hours, and so man.
You haven't said anything that moved me. You just gave a bunch of excuses, quite frankly. You didn't deny anything that she just said. So you are in agreement that you're making about $5,000 a month for these private parties, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's all I needed to know. And it is true that these children are on Medicaid, correct?
Yes.
And you only have 3 children?
Yes.
All right, so we're going to modify your child support today, Mr. Alma. It's the right thing to do. You're going to have to pull from that savings that you're saving for yourself and start saving for these children's future, as well as taking care of them monthly. You got it? All right, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to base your child support off of that $5,000 a month, which will put your salary around $60,000. Like I said, gross is $5,000. That brings your net down to $4,101.87. Do you have any other children outside of these 3?
And that's how it's done. The court saw right through the excuses, calculated his real income, and made sure these kids got the support they deserve. No loopholes, no shady tactics. Just justice served.
Oh, ma'am, that's the only children that I have.
Okay. All right. And then I'm going to do 9% of your gross for the reimbursement to Medicaid, which comes out to about $450. Do you have access to private health insurance? Can someone at one of these private parties get you some health insurance for these children?
I can try.
Well, I would suggest that you do, because I think that you can find health insurance a lot cheaper than $450, okay? So $450 plus your monthly child support obligation comes out to $1,680 a month. Okay? You have any questions about that?
No, I understand.
Okay, it's the right thing to do. So I would hope you do understand. You have 3 kids. You have to take care of them beyond backpacks and everything that we've already discussed. Mom needs some assistance too, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, is there anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, well, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed. You're welcome.
If this case shocked you as much as it did us, hit that like button. Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns. See you in the next case.